I started cooking with my mom when I was a little girl, helping her out after she got home from work and preparing food for my brother and sister. My mom taught me how to cook a little bit, but then as I got older and moved out on my own, I kind of learned on my own trial and error, but also I had a mother-in-law that taught me some of the harder recipes and actually made me a cookbook so that I could refer to. I think for me, the most challenging in the beginning was anything seafood dish. One time I cooked a lobster tail, didn't know how to necessarily cut it open and bring it up to the top. And I think that a lot of the fish dinners, just trying not to burn them, I thought that was hard, and it was just different than what I had been cooking before. Things I would suggest, just be patient, because sometimes it's just a little bit of, taste testing, and again, just trial and error and trying to make sure that it turns out the way you want it to. Everyone should always have flour and some garlic. If you're doing any type of bread, making sure you have yeast and making sure you have baking powder or baking soda, milk, butter. A lot of times when you make any type of gravy, you definitely need flour and milk. My signature meal would be chicken fried chicken or chicken fried steak. I have always been really good at frying up any of those, chicken or beef. They're not very healthy, I know, but I double dip my batter, and so I get a really good crispy batter on it without burning it. It helps to have a gas stove. That seems to help, especially when you're frying up stuff, because you can adjust the temperature very quickly. When I first started, my first flop, I think, was a big one, and I kind of panicked a little bit, and I remember this very well because I was making gravy for my chicken fried chicken. That was before I got really good at it. But I was making gravy for my chicken fried chicken, and I was following the recipe, and I didn't realize that the gravy got really thick very quickly, and that all you needed to do is add a little bit more milk and keep stirring and keep the temperature on low. All the gravy just started clumping together, and there was no liquid part of it. And I started freaking out because I thought, there's no way we could eat this meal without any gravy. But then I had my mother-in-law actually tell me, just add a little bit more and turn down the heat and just keep stirring and get all the lumps out and it'll be fine. And sure enough, it was. My advice for beginner cooks would be to have fun with it and experiment. Pick out recipes that sound good to you and just go for it. Just try it, because cooking can be a lot of fun, and it's really rewarding when you do a good job and it tastes really good and you think, hey, I cooked that. So definitely don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn.